It was a lazy Saturday morning in Falconwood. Janelle had just come back from the mall when she heard a strange noise coming from the neighbor's yard. Peering over the fence, she saw pale figures hunched over Miss Henderson's body. The figures turned. With brains and blood splattered over their mouths, Janelle realized that zombies ate her neighbors. Welcome, guys. I'm excited to film my first Final Girl playthrough. We've got a great playthrough set up for you today. We got Falconwood, we got zombies, we got Janelle. I'm excited to get started, so let's get started. So first, we do have the mission, as per Falconwood, for Expose the Lab. We need to expose the lab for the things they've been doing, experimenting on zombies or with zombies. And maybe we can even find a cure in the process. So firstly, we're going to start by walking over to the government lab. We're attempting to walk over to the government lab. We will discard 2 cards so we can move 1. Great. Then we'll continue to get to the government lab so we can know where we need to go next. Because, as you know, we can't win this encounter unless we complete the mission as well. Okay, so this will reveal our first place we need to go. Okay, best friend's house is where we are headed first. So we'll go ahead and put that over there. And then I've already wasted basically 4 cards. So I'm going to go ahead and grab 2 sprints and end my turn. Okay, now on to the killer turn. So we only have the minion zombies out on the board. So they'll go ahead and move if they can. If they can't, they panic. Great, we've got their movement down, so let's move on to their phase. Place a killer in your space. We do not currently have zombie horde, so no killer will go in my space. So we could technically roll it 3 times, but it's going to do nothing. If you're not attacked, we do increase bloodlust, though. Great. And we'll move on to my turn. Turn 2. Okay. Janelle sees that zombie over there and is ready to sprint away as fast as possible. Man, we are not getting the best rolls. We'll discard my 2 focuses that I had to go 2 spaces. 1, 2. I think I'll just end there. So with my turn, I picked up a distraction and a search, and then the rest of the free cards. Now we'll go to the zombies movement. So I made a mistake. I forgot to spawn a zombie that first turn, so we rectified that. We put a second zombie here, and then we spawned a zombie for this turn. So we're going to keep moving forward. We've got... You scared the crap out of me. Place 2 new victims at Falconwood Forest. That's right where we are. Hey, buds. That's nice. Oh, and we increased the horror. That kind of stinks. And then we'll also have a new event. Lose 2 time when crossing the bridge. That's unfortunate. But we don't... No one's died yet, so we'll see how that goes. Okay. We'll continue our turn and go ahead and do a sprint. Really want to get to best friend's house really quick. Oh my goodness. These rolls, I'm telling you. Discard 2 cards to get there. 1, 2. Great. Okay, per the mission, I'm going to discard a search card so I can pick up the token and put it on my mission board. 1 down, 2 to go, and we reveal where the next one is. 6, it's at the town fair. Great, right where Horde is starting to form. Oh man, okay, so we're going to have to start heading over that way. We'll go ahead and play a distraction card because we're getting a little high on horror for my liking. Okay. Great. Okay, with my remaining time, I spent it on a sprint, a search, and a meditate, and picked up the free cards. So we're going to see how this goes. We are about to get a horde here. So, we have minion movement, Go ahead and roll for the minion zombies. So we do have a horde that comes up and combines right here, right at the town fair. And we have another zombie spawn right there. So unfortunately that does flip over our... That unfortunately flips over the dark power card. If a horde meets with another horde, they combine into one giant horde. So then now we officially have a killer, and they take a phase and they kill somebody. The town fair was filled to the brim with people running and playing and having fun. Little Michael was enjoying a nice cotton candy when he looked to his right. Something didn't look right, and something smelled rotten. It stunk. And as the man with the funny makeup approached him, he realized that it wasn't makeup, but in fact blood splattered over this person as a zombie bit Michael. So per the horde rules, the zombie horde gets another health because Michael now joins their rank. Okay, and now we flip the terror card. Ooh, yikes. We have a lot of zombies attacking people right now. So, we're going to start with this top part. We have one from this horde, one from this zombie, one from this zombie, 3 deaths. And just like that, chaos erupted over this quiet town. People running from the town fair, people getting bitten left and right. Groans, moans, crunches, all sorts of sounds could be heard amongst the screaming. 3 more people have died and joined the ranks of the zombies. Okay, we firstly have to raise the bloodlust for all 4 of those people. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is not looking good, folks. So I'll go raise this there, and we draw a new event. Grand opening. Cover the river crossing of your choice with the bridge token. That's helpful. Okay, and then it continues. If there's at least one horde in play, raise horror. So we are at max horror, unfortunately. I only have 1 die. That's a big bummer. But now it is my turn, and I'm gonna immediately look to focus. Man, that's okay. I really need this to work out. So we're going to discard 2 cards to lower horror. Very important. We need 2 dice, desperately. I think I'm also... Well, let's see. Let's also sprint. We need to get a move on. Sprinted over to the school. We're going to try to get these people to an exit. We'll go ahead and take the no result. And take damage. Ouch. And drop down 2 speed. But it's all worth it because I saved these 2 people. We're going to drop horror down. And, okay. I forgot to panic this person, so we're just having them panic now. We dropped horror down, and then I think our best course of action would... Yeah, we just need to keep moving. Move 1 space. So I went ahead and took a sprint with my remaining time and the free cards. So let's go ahead and move those zombies. Move the zombies, and now we're going to move the horde. I'm being a little forgetful today because the zombie did join the ranks of the horde. We're going to put that 5 health right there, and then we're going to move the horde, and they would move to the closest victim. And that means another person dies. Jessica was a sprinter in high school. She passed so many people. The problem is, you can't pass everyone when there's a zombie horde after specifically you. The groaning and moaning got louder and louder and closer until finally Jessica let out a whimper as she fell and became one of them. Okay, tarot card time. 2 new victims at the school. In another event, I noticed that I lost 2 time when I crossed the bridge, so I put that sprint back. We got the conspiracy theorist, people. Okay, we're going to start with a weak attack on the zombie, because we want these zombies all dead at some point. I do take a damage, but we do get rid of 1 zombie. 1 of many. Then we do have the meditate card, which will be very helpful. Maybe. We'll go ahead and discard 2 cards so we can at least have that happen. With 7 points to spend, I do pick up 2 sprints and a distraction, and now it is the zombie's turn again. Things are not looking great this time around. The zombie horde makes their way up to the community pool. Nick and Amanda were having a great time at the pool. Nick and Amanda decided to even have a competition to see who could hold their breath underwater for the longest time. So they both went down. Eventually Amanda went back up, and Nick decided to see if he could make her annoyed by staying down even longer. Eventually Amanda pulled him back up. Nick, taking a deep breath, tried to say, "Why'd you pull me up?" But when he turned, it wasn't Amanda, but a zombie with the stench of decay on his breath took a chomp out of Nick. Oh man, the zombie horde's growing bigger. We're going to see how this one goes. Ooh. Yikes. We're going to have a lot of painful things happen right here. So we have the horde take down another person at the mall, and I take a damage from a minion zombie. And then we panic all victims. Choppers could be heard overhead as the death toll rose. More and more people were joining the zombie horde as this group of people dressed in ripped clothes, blood splattered, stench roamed the town, killing all in their wake. Would anybody be able to stop them? It's once again my turn, but it is looking a little dire. We're going to have to speed up this mission and try to save some more people so we can unlock my ultimate ability. Okay, our attempted distraction gave us a whole lot of nothing. I still want to lower this, even though we're going to go ahead and sprint. Then we'll discard 2 focus to raise this to 3. And then I'm going to purchase with my 3 time a distraction and get the free cards. I'm going to discard a focus to raise it to 2. And then I'm going to purchase a search with my 2 and get the free cards. Let's move on to zombie movement. Okay, we're about to have someone else bite the dust. When Amanda left the pool, she was terrified as she watched her boyfriend, Nick, get eaten alive. What she didn't realize as she ran to the street was that there were more zombies there waiting for her. They rasped and snapped at her. And as much as she tried to get away, she just was overcome as she was encircled and brought down. Yeah, that horde's getting out of control. Okay, we got more zombie movement. And then it says if there are at least 2 hordes in play, raise horde by 2. But there's only 1 so far. My turn, I'm going to walk. Sort of. 0 on the roll, so I'll take a damage and lose 2 time. I'm going to discard a search token to pick up this mission token. The last location we need to go to is the school for this mission to be complete. I'm going to sprint. I really want to see what these vehicle tokens say. So I'm going to go through a little detour. Ah, we've got the van. That's helpful. So now when I want to spend time on the van action card, we'll be able to use that. We'll go ahead and short rest. spend my time on picking up a sprint card. Back to zombie movement. They got the conspiracy theorist. Tyler knew this was coming. He knew what the lab was doing. He'd been studying it for years. They go in, and these distressed people come out. It was only a matter of time before the zombies came. He was prepared. He had everything ready. He had a stash of weapons. He had his base. Once he saw those zombies, he grabbed his weapon and ran. What he wasn't planning on was more than one stopping him. In fact, he was definitely not expecting 14 zombies to stop him in his path. Though he tried, he couldn't even get a bullet out. This is not looking good, guys. Ooh. That is a lot of death. Most people knew by this point to stay away from the zombie horde. I mean, it was easy to hear them, it was easy to see them, it was easy to smell them. That still didn't help Anthony as he was hiding in his house. He didn't expect his mom to be one that had turned. Okay, and then we'll discard this because we're at that point, but we need to panic all the victims too. That means the finale's revealed. Okay, this is where some strategy comes in, because we know that because of the finale, no more are going to spawn unless they are from victims. So I wonder if I maybe focus on taking out the horde now and then finishing the mission. So I'm actually going to discard 2 cards to raise my time to 8. Then I'm going to get the van and sprint and retaliate, as well as the free cards, because I think the van will help. Okay, time for zombie movement. Ember was really good at soccer. She was very fast. Unfortunately, she was also one of the first zombies to turn. So when she came up behind Mr. Rogers, he didn't stand a chance. It's another health to this horde. This horde is coming straight for me. I'm going to use retaliate. Woo! 2 stars, finally. We needed that. Okay, now it's my turn. I do take a damage for them being in my space. Okay, we're going to use the van, which means for the rest of the action phase, I can forego movement, including the one on this card, which says I can move 1 space. Instead, deal a damage to an enemy in my space for each space of movement I forego. So I'm immediately going to do a damage with the van as I run into a zombie. And I'm going to try to use as much movement possible to get rid of this horde. So we're going to sprint. That's 2 movement. Hit it for 2. Can use another sprint. Ooh. Yeah, we'll hit for 2 again. Use a walk. We'll discard 2 to do 1, I guess. We'll use my last walk. Ooh, nice. That's 2 more damage. So they were at 15. No, they're down to 7 now. That's incredible. We just did so much damage. We just did 8 damage. That's awesome. Going to take a guard in the free cards and hope for the best. Time for zombie movement. Danielle remembered what her best friend Janelle said. Hide in the basement. Don't open the doors. Don't make a sound. She lay down there. She did hear a cat. A cat yowling. She surely thought that couldn't be a zombie. It didn't sound like a person. Unfortunately, when she let her pet cat Tinkles in, it was most definitely a zombie. Okay, and now the horde is attacking me. Come on, guard. I could reduce the damage by 2, but that's too much damage. Let's see if I survive. Oh. Janelle was feeling good. She was doing more than anyone else was. Plowing into zombie after zombie after zombie, taking them out. Unfortunately, they started climbing all over the van. And it ran out of gas, too. They punched through the glass. And they were too much for her. Well, that's it, guys. I wanted to win for my first game, but it was a loss, unfortunately. I would appreciate if I could see you the next time. I had fun anyways. I hope you guys had fun. Bye!